Hey, you. I'm working late again today. I don't know what time I'll be home.
Again? You seem pretty busy these days, so you don't want dinner tonight?
No, it's my job. I can't help it. You got something to complain about that?
I'm not complaining, but I was just wondering about when was the last time you had dinner with me lately. I know you're working hard, but you've been coming home really late these days, and we haven't seen each other at all.
So, you're complaining again, huh? Unlike me, you stay at home all the time, and yet, when I come home late, you're so lazy that you're sleeping in your bed. If you really want to have dinner with me, at least wait until I get home. You're a housewife with a lot of free time, so don't be a slacker. I'm working my ass off to make enough money to feed you. Can you just shut up and watch over me?
I'm sorry, but even a housewife has to do a lot of things, you know? House cleaning, laundry, making sure all the meals are nutritious and balanced.
It's a common thing. Don't brag about that.
I'm not bragging, but I move around a lot during the day, and I'm not just sitting around. I'm tired, so I can't stay up until midnight.
You're not working, so what's the point of being tired? You're just a lazy housewife. And I think you've gained a lot of weight since we got married.
I think you're right about me gaining some weight.
Why don't you get a part-time job? If you keep yourself busy, you won't be bored. Also, you won't be emotional when I get home. And on top of that, you'll lose weight if you move around.
What? I told you that I want to work after we get married. You got mad at me and said you weren't happy with my income, so I quit my job. Isn't it terrible that you're telling me to work now?
Huh? Are you saying it's my fault that you quit your job? Is it also my fault that you got fat? How much are you going to blame others? You know what? You've become really slumped since you got married.
Well, it can't be helped.
Anyway, I'm gonna be late for work, so don't call me again. I don't want to be distracted when I'm working. And I'll be eating out.
That's the problem. Why didn't you say so earlier? I've already made the dinner.
Why don't you just put it in the fridge? Don't complain every time.
If you just told me earlier, I wouldn't have had to make dinner. Don't you know if you're going to work late or not, at least during lunch break?
You know, at work, unexpected things can happen all the time. As my wife, it's your job to follow up with me. You're really a useless wife, complaining about the slightest things as far as adjusting the food. If you were prettier and skinnier, I'd still forgive you, but a fat wife is just disgusting. I'm working for my horrible wife, and I really feel sorry for myself. They say marriage is the graveyard of life, and that's exactly what it is.
Am I that fat? You don't have to talk like that, do you?
If you have time to complain, lose some weight. Whatever you say now, it's not convincing at all. I don't even want to walk side by side with you. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You're so rude.
Anyway, I've got work to do, so don't bother me anymore.
Understood.
My sister's coming over tonight, so make sure she gets her food and stuff ready. Understood? I won't forgive you if you don't do that properly.
What? It's already evening. You didn't tell me anything about that.
I just told you. You were doing nothing in your spare time, weren't you? You're a housewife. You can cook a good meal in a short time.
I can't do that if you told me all of a sudden. I was going to make today's meal with some leftovers from the fridge. Even at the supermarket, they sell out of the good stuff by the evening. I can't make such a fancy meal now.
My sister's coming over. And you telling me you don't want to welcome her? You're going to serve leftovers to your husband's sister.
I didn't tell you that I'll serve leftovers to your sister. I was trying to tell you that I'll cook something with the ingredients we have left in the fridge.
You're making it with leftovers, right? So it's leftovers indeed. Anyway, you'd better start cooking now to welcome my sister.
Johnny, there are some things you can do and can't do. I can't prepare the meal in such a short time.
You can't do anything even though you're a housewife. What a useless wife.
It's only a few hours away, right? If you'd at least told me this morning, I could have worked something out.
Yeah, right. Here you are, complaining and making excuses again. Give me a break. What the hell do you think you're there for? I can't rely on you. I'll order a little better food by delivery.
What kind of food does your sister like? I'll find the solution to the problem.
I'm not going to rely on you. I'll order it myself. If I ask you to do it and you mess up again, I'll feel bad for my sister. You can at least pick up and serve it. Do it properly, okay? Oh, and buy the liquor too. My favorite wine and my sister's favorite brandy.
I don't drink, so I'm not familiar with the brands. I'd rather you get it yourself.
Huh? You know my favorite wine, don't you? You should have checked out my sister's favorite brandy too when you met her at my parents' house. Oh god, you really are a useless wife. It can't be helped. I'll text you about the brand later. If it's liquor, it won't sell out so quickly, and even you, the useless one, can shop properly, right?
Alright, I'll get it ready. Hey, you and your sister were wandering around the house last night while whispering to each other. What were you two talking about? When I was checking on her, she told me to leave because it's none of your business, and I thought it was suspicious.
Well, it's none of your business.
I have the right to know about that. You were talking about the house, right? If it's about the house and my family, you should tell me.
Why should I tell you? You can't do anything to change the fact. You're just an ordinary housewife. You're an idiot who can't do anything, so all you have to do is listen to what I tell you.
Even if I'm a housewife, I'm still your family and I should be involved. I don't know if there's anything I can do, but why I'm not even allowed to know?
You're so clingy. My sister came to our house yesterday because she wanted to take a look around. You know, to figure out where to put the furniture, what to bring and what to throw away.
Sorry, I'm a little confused here. You mean she didn't just come to visit?
She's going to be living with us from now on.
Wait a minute, so you two were secretly talking about this yesterday? You should have told me about this. You can't just decide it right away with your sister.
It's between my sister and me, so it's none of your business.
We'll be living together, so it's my business too. I'm not going to live with someone I'm not familiar with, even though she is my sister-in-law.
You can't take care of the house, you can't even cook properly, and always complain about everything. Being such a horrible wife, do you think you have the right to say anything to me?
Well, it's not just a problem between siblings, it's also a problem between husband and wife, isn't it? Besides, our house isn't big enough.
I told you you're an idiot and you should just listen to what I say, didn't I? If you say our house is too small, why don't you get out of the house? It's the same whether you're here or not.
Seriously? Are you telling me that you don't need me?
My sister can do the housework and take care of the house. I'd rather have my sister take care of the house than you, who's incompetent, so you're no longer of any use to me. Thanks for all your hard work until today.
Does that mean we're getting a divorce?
It doesn't make any difference if you're here or not. It's easier for you not to be here because I don't have to waste money.
If it's a one-sided divorce from you, you'll have to pay for the alimony.
But considering the stress of having you around, that's a small price to pay. I got a promotion to become head of the department, and I'm not having a hard time with money. We don't even have kids. It's only a few grand a month in alimony. I'll pay you that much.
You sound like you were planning on divorcing me from the beginning. Perhaps you decided to move in with your sister in order to get rid of me.
That's right. You're a lousy housewife, you know that? You should be thankful that I've been taking care of you until this day.
You go so far as to say that. Duly noted, then let's get a divorce.
What? Do you understand your position? I knew it. You're an idiot. This is the part where you get down on your knees and apologize to me, okay? You should have told me things like, I'm sorry, I won't disobey your orders anymore, so please allow me to live here. Or, are you too fat to get down on your knees because your belly is in the way? Well, with a brain the size of yours, you won't know what's what anymore. In the meantime, pack up your stuff and get ready to move out. My sister will be moving in at the beginning of next month, so I'll keep you here until the end of this month. You'll be working as a housewife at my place until the time comes.
I always thought of you as a stubborn husband, but I didn't expect you to be so unreasonable. I understand how you feel. I don't have a choice now.
You seem awfully calm. Or are you pretending to be calm? Never mind. I'll write down my part of the divorce papers and leave them on the table and you can file the rest.
I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry too. I never thought I'd marry such a fat, useless woman. Hey, you haven't made any progress packing at all, have you? I told you to get out from here by the end of the month, didn't I? Where the hell are you? Don't tell me you're going to tell me you don't want to leave at this point. If you're still planning to stay next month, I'll charge you for every day you stay.
I've written the divorce papers. It's on the table. Please check it.
If you've written them, then file them right away. I don't need to check them. Do you think you can stretch your time with that? That's the shallow wisdom of an idiot.
I was thinking to give you one last chance.
Huh? What are you talking about?
In case you're wondering, I just wanted to confirm your intention to divorce again.
I said I'm getting a divorce. You really don't have enough brains, do you?
What's not enough is your brains, silly Johnny.
What's the matter with you?
I'm getting a divorce, but you're the one who's leaving. Pack your bags and get the hell out of my house.
What are you talking about? Why the hell should I move out of my house?
It's not your house. I bought this house when we got married and it's in my name. If I am the owner, that means I have the authority to decide what to do with the house.
I'm the head of the family. You must listen to what I tell you. What belongs to the wife belongs to the husband. If you're the owner, the house is.
I don't understand at all. I don't care if you're the breadwinner or not. If you're not the owner of the house, it doesn't matter what you say. If you want to, I can contact the real estate company to prove the ownership.
Regardless of the owner, you're just responsible for continuing to pay the mortgage on the house that my sister and I are going to live in.
I've already paid off the loan.
I thought you took out a long-term mortgage.
I paid it all back with my earnings.
What are you talking about? You're a housewife. There's no way you have that kind of money. Your earnings, are you daydreaming?
I worked in finance before we got married. The salary was good, so I had some savings. I used it to study investments. After a few years of trial and error, my assets grew by about 50 times.
I never heard that story. Why didn't you consult me, your husband, about such a large sum of money?
You also decided everything on your own without consulting me, didn't you? I used the profits to start an online shopping company, and the sales is steadily increasing. I'm sorry, but I make more money than you do. I've decided to sell the house with all these bad memories because I don't need it anymore.
Huh? Wait a minute. My sister and I are going to start living here next month. Don't do anything selfish, like selling it.
I don't know anything about that. I'm the registered owner, and I've already talked to the real estate company, so there's nothing you can say. You're the one who decided to move in with your sister, kicked me out, and did all those selfish things first.
Hey, where the hell are you right now? Come back home immediately. I'll talk to you in person.
What is there to talk about? You decided about your sister and everything without consulting me, even though I'm your wife. Also, you think I'm stupid most of the time.
I'm worried about you. That's why I'm telling you to come back home. You haven't packed anything for the sale either. You'll be in trouble if you don't get rid of this stuff.
I won't be in trouble. I don't need those things at all. I've already bought everything I need and it's all in the new house.
What? A new house?
Of course I am. I'm selling the house we were living in.
You didn't file divorce papers with the authorities yet, which means you're willing to start over with me. My bad. I'm sorry I put you through all that. Let's just talk about it at the new place, so give me the address.
I'm not giving you my address. I didn't file the divorce papers right away because I wanted to see your pathetic face. It's so funny how desperate you've become for someone you've made fun of so much by calling her incompetent and fat.
You're a total jerk. If you're making a lot of money, you don't need alimony.
Yes, I don't intend to get alimony for your unilateral divorce, but I will get alimony for your adultery with the young girl.
What? What are you talking about? I didn't commit adultery.
Did you think I wouldn't notice? You've been having an affair for a long time. I was aware of it. I also noticed that you were meeting secretly at a hotel while you said you were working late. Also, you were constantly going to luxury brand stores buying expensive bags and accessories. Because your company is a good company, I thought there was no way they would make you work that late. I hired some detectives to look into the matter, and sure enough, they came up with a lot of photographic evidence in a short period of time. Even if it's true that you and your sister are going to live together, you were also planning to live together with the adulterer, weren't you? The three of you in that house, it's a little cramped, don't you think?
I had already told her about the house.
Why don't you just let her take care of you from next month? Well, I don't know if she'll take care of you that way. I hope she didn't just come on to you for the money you have.
I'm sorry about what I did to you. Also about the affair. It's all my fault, so let me apologize. Let's start over again, Luna.
Do you understand your position? You don't have to apologize. I'm not going to forgive you, even if you apologize. I don't need you either. Starting over is out of the question.
Don't say that. We're a married couple.
You've changed a lot since we started talking.
It's because I'm sorry for what I've done.
Just because you're sorry, it doesn't mean that both of us can pretend as if nothing has happened. You're just hanging on to me because you don't have a place to live and you're in dire straits. I don't need you anymore. I'm selling the house anyway, so just take what you need and get out. I've already told the real estate agent that they can get rid of everything that's left, and if you don't pack soon, they'll throw your stuff away.
This is our house of memories, right? Is this what you do to your husband? It's too much, isn't it?
It's nothing compared to what you've done to me. If you don't file for divorce, I'll sue you through my lawyer. Make sure you do.
Wait a minute.
I don't want to. I'm blocking you from now on, so stop contacting me. Farewell.
Wait, Luna. Please, help me.
It seems that Johnny continued to live in the house without leaving and was evicted by the real estate agent. I heard that they had been arguing for a long time, which caused a lot of trouble. His sister was also evicted because she apparently had not paid her rent for a long time. She apparently planned to roll into our house. There was no way I was going to deal with a scum like her and her brother. After that, Johnny and his sister became homeless and clung to Johnny's adulterous partners. She too was only approaching Johnny for money, so there was no way she would continue her relationship with him, who had no home and had to pay for the alimony. I told the company Johnny was working at that he was having an affair, so he got dismissed. If you're asking me about where those scum sister and brother are now, I must say that I don't know and I don't care at all. I have since then been steadily growing my online shopping company and making a steady profit. I'm going to live free and easy on my own for a while.
Are you Clarissa? I'm wondering if I'm texting the correct number. Yes, it's me. May I know who you are? I'm Bertha. I know this is sudden, but will you break up with Warlock? Excuse me? Are you talking about my husband? Of course! Who else could it be? I don't understand what you mean. I'm telling you that Warlock and I are dating. He loves me more than you. If I tell you this much, you can get the gist, can't you? No, I still don't understand what you're talking about at all. Are you stupid? That's why Warlock got tired of you. I'm telling you to leave him because you're useless. It can't be helped anyway. Warlock and I are married. Could you just tell me what on earth is going on? Are you saying that both of you are having an affair? Don't use such a nasty word as affair. Like I said before, me and Warlock love each other very much, which means he chose me over a stupid woman like you. So that's the reason why he's been coming home late and staying over at this workplace so many nights lately. Now I understand. I did think something was wrong with him recently. It seems that you were the main reason. It's true that you guys are having an affair, right? That's right. You really are so slow in understanding things, aren't you? You're the one who's so absent-minded, so that's why Warlock fell out of love with you. He's smart, lives in a big house, and he's also the president of a company. I wonder why he married such a stupid woman like you. I really feel sorry for him. I'm sure you tried so hard to seduce him, since he's a company president who lives in a huge house. I'm sorry to tell you, but it seems that I'm more suitable for him than you. What? You must have misunderstood something. Warlock was the one who made the first approach. You're lying! Don't be so stubborn and try to deceive me. Warlock told me everything. I heard that you spend a lot of money that he earned. He also said that you don't take care of the housework at all. What a bad housewife. It's an honor to be married to someone like Warlock, you know. But to just be lazy while relying on your husband's income is just unbelievable. You're a disgrace as a woman. I'm working too, so I may not be a housewife, but I'm doing my best to take care of the housework. I never skip my housework. Please don't just say random things. It doesn't matter how much you say, but you're not doing your job as a housewife properly. First of all, why are you even working when you're the wife of such a great company's president? Being a CEO is a really hard job, so it's normal to support your husband. You can't quit your job right away just because you got married. That's irresponsible. What's so irresponsible about it? You're just a clerk at Warlock's company, aren't you? Even if you don't do that kind of job, there are people who can replace you at work. Seems that you don't have any common sense at all. I think you misunderstood me. I'm not a clerk. I don't care about your excuses anymore. Will you just do me a favor and break up with Warlock soon? Otherwise, I can't get married to him. I want to live with Warlock as soon as possible. Warlock and I will talk about it and decide. Can you wait a little while? It's just a waste of time for you to have a discussion with Warlock. He has already decided to be together with me. After you divorce him, just get out of that huge house right away, okay? I want you to hurry up with the divorce procedures because I can't wait to live in that house with Warlock. I noticed that there was something fishy about Warlock, but I didn't expect that he's having an affair with you. That's why I told you everything about that. If you are convinced, get out of that house as soon as possible. Anyway, when Warlock comes home today, I'll ask him about the details. I hope you'll be sad when you find out that he doesn't love you at all. Poor you. Warlock invited me over to his house once when you weren't there. It's a really big house. The view from the top floor was great. I'm so excited that I'll be able to live there. Now I'm one of the celebrities. Just pack your things and get out quickly, okay? If you don't leave, I'll ask Warlock to introduce me to a good lawyer and force you to get out of that house. I heard you guys got divorced right after that. What a pity. You're a miserable woman since you got dumped so easily. Adultery is unforgivable, so I can't stay married to Warlock. I'm glad I divorced him. You don't have to act tough. I know you're just trying to hide how sad you are. Well, it can't be helped since I'm younger and more beautiful than you. You're just an old hag, so you don't stand a chance. By the way, if you're divorced, why don't you get out of that house? You can't leave right away just because you've filed the divorce papers. You have to move your furniture and deal with the authorities. Divorce is not that simple. Are you going to take away Warlock's furniture? You're so brazen. You don't own the furniture. Warlock bought them from the money he earned. Why don't you just deal with the authorities quickly and do whatever you want after you leave the house? You're so stupid. That's why Warlock gave up on you. What kind of house will you live in when you move out? 50-year-old shabby house? I'm sure you'll be living in poverty. I feel sorry for you since you used to live in that huge house. Of course, after the divorce, you won't be able to stay at the same company as Warlock. So you'll have to find another job, right? What a lot of hardship. It's really hard being poor, isn't it? What are you talking about? I'm not going to quit my job. What? You're going to work at the same workplace as Warlock even after the divorce? How brazen of a woman you are. No matter how much you flatter him at work, he'll never come back to you. If you go that far, you'll get arrested from stalking him. We've recently added new employees, And in order to make some improvements at the company, I want to train the new joiners as well. They are really good people with a lot of enthusiasm for their work. Seems that you're a workaholic, even though you don't have an important position in the company. What's the point of having new employees for unimportant tasks? Women are going to get married and leave soon anyway, so there's no point in bringing them up. There are plenty of replacements for them. Anyway, just get out of the house as soon as possible. I can't live with Warlock if you're still in the house. Don't be in such a hurry. I'll move out by the end of next month. Don't you feel frustrated that the young woman just took Warlock away from you? You really annoy me. Oh, I know. You're just pretending that you're not frustrated, right? Not at all. Well, I was shocked when I heard that he's having an affair with you at first. But I came to the conclusion that it's wiser to think about the positive aspects rather than being depressed. Fortunately, me and Warlock didn't have children, so I feel optimistic about my future. You're so annoying! Are you trying to show off that you're a capable woman who works hard on your job? It's so obvious that you're just trying to be tough. Fine then. Anyway, just get the heck out of that house as soon as possible. Finally! The house has become my own castle. It's really huge. You really are a slow person that you made me wait for a month. Is there anything you still want to discuss with me? For your information, I have nothing more to say to you. If you don't need anything in particular, you'll have to excuse me. Did you take more than half of the furniture in this house? You don't have any money, so you're going to sell the furniture to make ends meet, right? What a pathetic woman. I've been using those furniture I took since before me and Warlock were married. I don't need you to tell me what to do with those. You're an appalling woman. I got rid of all my old furniture since I thought I could use those furniture. Well, I'll just get Warlock to buy it again for me. It's a lot better than using furniture that has memories of you. I've been wondering, did Warlock tell you that he's the company's president? You must have misunderstood something. What? Did you marry your husband without knowing his position at the company? Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to live such a luxurious life. Are you out of your mind? Warlock has bought everything I wished for with his credit card since we started dating. Luxurious brand bags, accessories, and meals at super expensive restaurants. So that's why the credit card bill was so high. I see. I thought it was strange because the bill suddenly became very high. But I guess when you're the president of a company, you move around a lot of money, so you don't always know what's going on, right? I'm going to be Warlock's wife now, so I don't need you anymore. You should live a simple life in an old and shabby house. Warlock hasn't explained anything to you, has he? I'm sorry, but you'll regret it. Huh? What do you mean by that? Don't be such a sore loser. If you regretted your decision to divorce Warlock, why don't you just say so? I took your husband and your huge house away from you. You're now living in poverty because of that. If you keep following Warlock and me around from now on, I'll use his power to destroy your parents' house. What are you going to do to my parents' house? The president of such a big company has the power to destroy other companies easily. It would be easy for him to destroy your parents' house with his power. You and your family can all go out and live on the street. Is that a threat? I don't care how you take it. Anyway, I'm the wife of the president of a big company now. There's nothing to be afraid of. I see. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some work to do. You'll have to work hard as a clerk. I'm paying your salary since I'm the company's president's wife. You can act like a boss while you still can. Hey, someone came out of the blue to our house and told us to leave now because it's for sale. I was told to leave now, and I don't understand why. What did you do? What do you mean? I just did what I had to do to get a divorce. Is there a problem? Warlock is keeping his mouth shut and explains nothing to me. What's going on? It's not right that he's the company's president, but he doesn't know what's going on with the house. You keep saying that Warlock is the company's president, but actually, he isn't. Did you know about that? Huh? What kind of joke is that? I'll get mad if you make jokes I don't understand. Warlock has been living in this house and bought me everything I want. What are you talking about? The house and the credit cards were mine. Clarissa Corporation is my company. I'm the president of the company. I thought you noticed that from the company's name. You're the company's president? Are you kidding me? Who would believe such a thing? I'm not kidding. Warlock is an employee of our company. Before we got married, he worked hard and was dedicated to his job. I even considered to promote him as an executive officer. But as soon as we got married, he decided to stop working hard since he was married to the company's president and didn't have to worry about paying his living expenses. I was so disappointed with him. He acted like a big man, and it was hard for his employees to work for him. So I demoted him to become a clerk. Since we were married, I gave him my credit card and let him use it as much as he wanted. But he was so selfish that I decided to give up on him. However, I was hesitant because I still have feelings for him. When I got a message from you, I decided to get a divorce. So, that house belongs to you? Of course, I own it. That's why I'm free to sell it or do whatever I want with it. Warlock has no right to do anything. I can't believe this is really happening. I'm in trouble. I made an aggressive first move on Warlock because I thought that he's the president of that company who owns a huge house. This isn't what I had expected it to be. I thought we could finally be together and I can live a life like a princess. I've already sold the house you're talking about, so will you get out of my house as soon as possible? I took most of the furniture out myself. It won't take you long to leave. I'm about to go to the house to get estimates for the cleaners and the construction work needed to put it up for sale. Anyway, please get out of there soon. Wait a minute! We can't leave when we don't even know where we're going to live after we move out. I don't care about that. You used to tell me to leave quickly without considering my circumstances at all. Don't tell me you've forgotten. Now it's my turn to do the same thing to you. Are you taking your revenge on me? You are such a wicked woman. By the way, I'm also going to charge you alimony for having an affair with Warlock. Well, I guess you knew that, didn't you? What are you talking about? You're going to kick me out and then you want me to pay? You've got to be kidding me. Well, I don't know how you feel. Adultery is a case where you can file for alimony. You're an idiot! If you're divorced, you can't legally judge Warlock for adultery. You're the one who doesn't seem to know anything. The statute of limitations for adultery is 3 years. Even after the divorce, you can still file a claim for alimony. There's still plenty of time before the statute of limitations. I'm willing to go to court and do whatever it takes to charge you the alimony. No way! Warlock isn't telling me anything. I wonder what kind of nerve does he have not to make any move at such a difficult time? What am I supposed to do? Warlock is like that all the time. To put it bluntly, he's useless. I knew there was something suspicious about him for a while, but since I had no proof of his affair, I was anxious. Thanks to you for blurting it all out as if you were so proud of it. I didn't have to go through the trouble of hiring a detective, so I'm grateful to you for that. There's no point in running away now. Please be prepared. Oh no! Then what's going to happen to me now? I thought I could make a living without working, so I quit my part-time job at the supermarket. I'll be poor again. All you have to do is to work diligently. I'm not an ogre either, so you don't have to pay the alimony in a lump sum. That's not what I meant! I thought I was going to be a princess! You should blame Warlock. He just wanted to look good in front of other people. His greatest talent is to tell lies. You wanted to look good in front of the others too, didn't you? Since both of you seem to have similar personalities, I think you'll make a perfect couple. I hope you two get along well and work hard to pay for your alimony. If you have the same goal, you can work hard at your job, right? By the way, I fired Warlock from the company, so you two can start from zero. Wait a minute! That's too heartless! How will we survive if we don't have a house to live in and no job? Let me work as a clerk at your company. That way, it's a guarantee that I won't run away, and you can deduct the money from my paycheck. It would make the process easier, wouldn't it? Do you know how much a clerk's take-home pay is? About $5,000 a month, right? Your company is a big company. Huh? You really are a shallow person. No company would pay you that much for a starting salary since you have no experience. Besides, for those messages you sent me, it seems that you have no common sense, so $1,500 is the limit for your salary. It's quite a lot for a person like you. It doesn't sound like you are worth more than that. I'm not going to wait years for the alimony. The number of installments is 4 at most. Each installment is $2,500. Even if you make $1,500, it's still not enough. So there's no point of you working at my company. Oh no! Please help me somehow! I'm sorry for everything I've done. You're such a pathetic person, only hanging on to me when you're in trouble. You said that you bought some expensive bags and accessories with my credit card, didn't you? That credit card is also in my name, so I'll add that to the total as well. I wonder how much the total amount will be. It's going to be over $40,000. You are free to work any job you want to, but I won't make any further concessions. Are you done? Anyway, please leave that house as soon as possible. I have work to do, so if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna block your number from now on. Wait a minute! Me and Warlock are going to end up on the street if you don't help us. I'm sorry about the affair and everything. Help me, please! I heard later that Warlock and Bertha were forcibly evicted by the contractor right after that. They were arguing for a while in front of the entrance. In a way, I admired them for resisting to the end. Warlock, who has a keen sense of ingenuity, seemed to have withdrawn some cash in advance so that he could live for a while even if his credit card was stopped. I heard a rumor that they were living in a cheap motel. In the end, I managed to get the full amount of the alimony by relying on their parents. They have been disowned by their parents, and I don't even know where they are now or if they are still together. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I feel lighter now, and I'm single again, and I'm making progress at work. The new joiners are learning their job well, and my company is improving more rapidly.
Oh my god! $100,000 I saved for Ryan's university expenses is gone. Do you have any idea where it is?
You found out already? That was quick.
It was you?
That's right, I took it all.
Why?
To use it to my girlfriend.
Huh?
Do you know the word investment?
I don't care about that right now, so give me back the money.
Don't you think we should use the money to bet on a promising young person? It's $100,000. That's a lot of money, and we need to use it at the right timing.
What are you talking about?
I've been cheating. I've been cheating on you for the last 10 years.
I know.
What? You knew? You knew but didn't say anything to me?
I was just trying to stand until Ryan graduates from university. I didn't want to interfere with his exams because of parents' problem.
Actually, my girlfriend has a brilliant son the same age as Ryan, and what a surprise, he got into a private medical school.
So what?
An idiot like you wouldn't understand, but medical school costs a lot of money. Besides, it's a private school.
So?
I'm going to invest the money we've been saving for Ryan to a future doctor. An ordinary Ryan or a future doctor. It's obvious which one will be more useful to this country in the future. Putting money on the one who has potential is the basis of investment.
I didn't work to earn tuition money for other people's child. I have been saving money for Ryan, not for the country or investment. How can this happen?
Children are the treasure of our society. Let's raise them together as a nation.
Whatever, just give it back to me now.
Are you even American? I mean, Ryan won't pass anyway.
That's not true. He's working really hard. Besides, the state university will announce the results soon. If he passes, he needs the money by August.
Don't worry, he's going to fail. He's our child, remember? A black hen won't lay a white egg.
You don't even know how hard he studies.
There's no point in trying. I'd even like to get the pencil and notebook expenses back. You've been restricting me too, like turning off the TV at night for him and all that. He's causing me so much trouble.
I can't believe you say that to your own son.
Which would you rather have as a son, a future doctor or an ordinary employee with a low income?
As long as he's healthy and lives his own life, that's all matters to me.
Don't make me laugh. You can't even make a living by dreaming.
So the girl you're having an affair with is a single parent?
That's right.
How can she think to let her child go to a private medical school?
I was going to pay it from the beginning.
Huh?
I mean, of course. I knew you were saving every last penny. My plan was to get it all at the right time. It's a wise choice to put your money on the better man as an adult, right?
Oh my God, I want to get rid of you.
I don't need to spend it on my brain-dead son, so if you have a problem with that, get divorced.
Excuse me?
You don't want to get divorced that much.
Not that. Correct what you said about brain-dead son.
Don't be mad at me, it's true.
Be a doctor's father or whatever you want.
As you wish. That stupid son won't be able to support me in the future. It's a hard decision for me too.
If you insult him any further, I'll threaten you.
How scary.
Just get me back my money.
I already used it to the medical school.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry, Ryan, but tell him get to a high school diploma and hang in there. If he wants to hate me, he should hate himself for not having the brains to become a high doctor. The world is cruel, you know. I'm glad he got a lesson in reality which he's still in high school.
Go to the court. We're getting divorced.
I'd be happy to. I'm selling that house, so get the hell out. You parasitic wife and son. You've got to be kidding me. You've sent a certified mail to the company? You didn't need a lawyer.
That's because you didn't give me your address.
I thought you'd come in here asking for your money back. It's against the rules to send it to the company.
But it's too much of you to hit Ryan.
It's because you made me angry.
It's the problem between you and me, isn't it?
If only he wasn't here, you wouldn't be fussing about money.
He's in the hospital. He's probably traumatized from his father's violence.
The world is tough. Tell him it's my gift.
How could you do this to us? You're not a human.
You know what my boss said to me? He asked me if I'm not getting involved in any problems regarding that certified letter or lawyer. What if it affects my career?
It's your fault. I just want my money back.
If we're getting divorced, even if it's just tuition money for the kid, it's still a part of property division.
I know that because I asked my lawyer too, but if you have any conscience, I want it back.
I don't have any, so I can't give it back.
Then I'll call the cops.
What?
If you complain about receiving a certified mail, I wonder what your boss would say if it becomes a police matter. Not just your boss, but the president might know too, and you might get fired.
Are you threatening me?
I'm negotiating.
There's no proof I hit him.
There isn't, but if Ryan himself files a report, they'll believe him.
Whatever.
What?
It's true that I hit him, but Ryan is still my son. If he gets cocky, I'll tell them I was teaching him. And if it's my first offense, I won't get into jail.
You don't mind if you get caught? You'll get fired.
I'd quit my job. I'd work part-time, eat whatever I could for a few years. As long as that kid becomes a doctor, I don't mind if I have to work a little harder now.
How can you be so dependent on someone else's son? I despise you from the bottom of my heart.
He's going to be my son from now on. He can go to the medical school with the tuition I paid for him. What's wrong with it?
It's the money we saved for Ryan.
You're persistent. Also, the mail said something about child support for the remaining 2 years, but I'm not paying that either.
I didn't expect you to, but you're also abandoning your parental duties.
My son is the only one, this future doctor. I don't know anything about brain-dead son.
Okay, that's enough. I'll do whatever it takes to send Ryan to university and make sure he graduates.
It's like throwing money down the drain.
I don't need the child support and you don't need to pay me back the tuition anymore.
Are you sure?
In exchange, don't reach me again.
Of course not. I don't have anything for you guys.
Promise?
Yeah. I'd like to ask you to do the same for me.
You won't regret it?
No.
I hope so.
Wendy, help me.
Who are you? Don't call me by my name.
It's Daniel. Have you forgotten your ex-husband?
Oh, a loser. What do you want?
How dare you? I got arrested and got a criminal record because of you 10 years ago.
It's your fault. You beat my son and injured him, but you didn't have to go to jail. And that criminal record is not a big deal.
I've been patient for 3 years.
The judiciary was too lenient. I would have buried you deep in the ground with the heavy machinery.
Hey, I really need help right now. Can you help me?
What's this about? I told you not to reach me again.
I saw Ryan in the magazine.
I knew it.
He's wonderful. #1 young entrepreneur in the US.
I'm busy. Bye. I'm blocking you.
Wait, can you lend me $200? I really need it this month.
You're living like you can't afford $200?
I'm ashamed to admit it.
What happened to that future doctor you were so proud of? I thought you said he'd take care of you. Didn't you say your future was secure?
Even though I got him into the medical school, he failed the national medical exam.
I've heard that 90% of doctors pass.
But he was the rest of 10%.
Well, it's none of my business, so I don't really care.
I borrowed all the money I had to pay for medical school, except for the one I paid for by myself. Now I'm busy paying that back. It's not what I heard. $100,000 wasn't even close.
I'm sure a private medical school would cost more.
You knew and you didn't tell me?
It was about another child. It's none of my business.
I'm in debt because you didn't warn me. That stupid son plays around and doesn't work. Plus, he's in trouble with the police.
I'm sure your parents are devastated. I feel sorry.
I know. You would understand me, right?
You don't get my sarcasm? I'm not interested.
I'm the one who raised Ryan. I earned it. I fed him. It should be okay to take a little bit of the credit. He's old enough to give back to his parents.
What are you talking about? Have you forgotten what you did?
That's why I'm apologizing.
Where's the apology? I'm looking back now and I don't see any apology. Besides, even if you apologize now, it's too late.
Which university did he go to?
UCLA.
What? Was he that smart?
He was ranked first in his high school.
I didn't know.
You were too busy cheating and wasn't really interested in Ryan or me. You were only home when he was sleeping.
That's because you insisted on telling me to turn off the TV or to stop being so loud.
I endured a painful marriage just for the entrance exam, but you ran away with the money.
What did you do with the tuition money?
He got selected for a tuition waiver because of his good result in the entrance exam. He didn't want me to suffer, so he worked really hard. He's a really devoted son, isn't he?
What?
He's been a good student all 4 years. I'm proud of him.
Oh no.
Of course, if it's a single-parent family and the income is low, you can get some support, but he earned it on his own.
So, you didn't have a hard time making ends meet?
Even though tuition was free, he still had to live on his own, so I had to send money every month. But he earned enough money from his tutoring job to pay for his own living expenses.
Wow, I'm proud of him.
Don't be. Did you forget what you said 10 years ago? You told me that your only son was the future doctor and that you didn't know any other sons of brain dead.
How can you remember such a long time ago? Hey, you know what? We should start over.
I've seen something like this on YouTube, but I didn't expect to see it in reality.
I want to support him. I can help him with his work if he wants.
Why are you looking down on him? There's no way he would hire a bum like you. Besides, he doesn't need that kind of support. He has a lot of good friends now.
You're just trying to take all the benefits, aren't you? You're scared because your income will be less if I show up.
Excuse me? He worked hard and got the results. I still work for the same company as I did 10 years ago. I don't depend on him at all.
Oh, I thought you live in a mansion and eat steak every day. How can you stay with that living in such poverty when you're the mother of a famous entrepreneur?
He keeps telling me to come to LA, but he has his own life. I want him to be happy without worrying about me.
Yeah, you're a splendid mother, but I'm different. If my son is rich, I'll depend on him. Give me his phone number.
No, don't bother him.
I'm in a hurry. I don't have time.
Why are you in a hurry?
I'm being chased by bad guys.
What did you do?
I borrowed money, but the interest rate is too high and I can't pay back. If I don't pay them back, they'll drown me in the ocean.
What is this, a cartoon?
I can't believe it either. They're really coming after me. I'm about to have a nervous breakdown because no matter where I go, they always catch me up.
Are you still cheating with the woman?
She left with a guy and forced me to clear the debts. That's why they're after me.
The son got into a medical school, but he went wrong and his mother ran away. How can this happen?
Right? It's terrible, isn't it?
Are you having enough food?
I've got less than 50 cents in my pocket. I've been drinking water from the park since yesterday.
Do you have a place to sleep?
I don't have money to stay at a motel, so I'm staying in the field. It gets cold at night, so it's pretty tough on my 57-year-old body.
I see. It sounds tough.
This is hell. You would understand me, right?
Nope. I'm just wondering if there's a better ending than this. I can't stop laughing. Ha 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 ha. Oh, such a cartoonish story really exists.
Huh?
Because you're falling on your own without my intervention. And on top of that, those guys are punishing you, right? I can't be more grateful.
What are you talking about?
It's great that I can get revenge so easily. I'll be so happy if you sink in the ocean.
You and I are strangers, but I'm Ryan's father, you know. Could you tell him that his father is suffering?
He's a calm and gentle boy, but he's got more anger towards you than anyone else. He won't let you in if you visit him. That's his answer.
You're kidding me.
How many times I wanted to take revenge on you, but no matter what I do, I'm going to cause trouble for Ryan. I was wondering for a long time, but I'm glad to know you've fallen this far. Thank you. And thanks to those guys too.
No, this is not the life I wanted. I should have been living an elegant life with the doctor's son, money by now. How did it all come to this?
If we had been able to support Ryan as a normal couple, you might have had a different view by now. Too bad.
Please, let me talk to him. I'm sure he'll understand if I talk to him. It's unbearable that I have such a man's blood in my veins. Huh? This is Ryan. You're there? Did you forget what day it is today? Let's see, it's Mom's birthday. I'm back home. Such a good son. Then why don't you show a little appreciation to your dad too? You've grown up and you've come to appreciate your parents, haven't you? Well, I don't have a father, so can I ask you not to call yourself like that from now on? Don't say it like that. Do you think I'll ever forget the day you hit me and said, "You're in my way"? If you think I'm someone who appreciates being hit, then I'm really offended. That was my bad. I don't need an apology or anything. That's for people who have a relationship. We are irrelevant. That's too cold. How dare you talk like that to your parent? Shut up. I'd rather be raised by monkeys deep in the mountains than having a parent like you. Just the thought of being blood related to a skimbag like you makes me pissed off. You. Fuck off and don't ever appear in front of me and Mom again. Hey, Ryan, please. I used to be a top salesman. Hire me in your company. How about $500,000 a year? If you give me that much, I can pay off my debt in 5 years.
I guess that message didn't reach him.
He didn't see it?
It's not worth showing it. You said earlier it was hell. If you can drink water from the park and have a phone, then you're not in hell yet.
What?
I wonder what kind of place hell is. Go on, have fun. Oh, I don't need souvenirs. You don't have to come back. You should see the bottom of the ocean.
Don't give up on me. Help me out.
Daniel continued to run away, but he ran out of money and couldn't get away, so they finally caught him. Luckily, he wasn't killed. I heard that he is now working at a resort facility called Takebeya in the mountains. It is a very nice place where they provide food, clothing, and room, and almost all of his salary is used to repay the debt. I am excited that he will never finish paying back the loan because it is in the hundreds of millions of dollars. I will never have to see him ever again. I couldn't be any happier. Ryan's company seems to be developing well. It's good to work, but as long as he's doing well, that's what makes me happy. And while I'm at it, he gave me a gift of trip to go to Japan. I'm so happy and enjoying it.
Sabrina, sorry to bother you on such short notice, but I'm going on a business trip tomorrow for 2 nights.
What? Tomorrow? That's really sudden.
Right, I'm sorry, but it's only for 2 nights, so don't be sad. I'll be home late again today, so I'd appreciate it if you could pack my things.
Okay, I'll miss you even for 2 nights, but good luck.
Thanks, I'll definitely get you some souvenirs. I'm sorry I have to cancel the date day after tomorrow.
No choice, I'll be waiting for you with souvenirs.
Let's go on a date next time.
It seems like you've been traveling a lot lately, and you've been working a lot of overtime.
Well, I don't really like business trips, but the boss says he's counting on me, so I'll do my best.
Great, do your best. I miss you though.
Don't feel that lonely.
I know, but it can't be helped. I'll be waiting for you with your favorite dishes when you come back. Come home soon.
Thanks, I'm glad I married you. You understand me better than Mom.
No way, I can't beat your parents. Your mother and father are really great parents. They love you.
You think so? They were like that from the beginning, so I'm not sure.
They are. That's why you grew up to be such a kind person. You're good at your job and a kind husband. I'm really happy.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, do you remember my friend Megan?
Who's that?
My best friend in high school, remember? We were in the same club in class, and she was my best friend. She also came to our wedding.
Maybe I remember her, but I forgot her face. What about her?
I just remembered she said she joined your company at the beginning of this month.
Oh, that Megan. She's cute, I remember.
Have you talked to her at work?
A little bit, but there's not much time to talk, and we don't have in common. We're in different departments anyway.
I see. Her type is a guy with a face like you, and you like a girl like her, so I was kind of jealous. I know you guys see each other every day, and I wouldn't like it if you get along with her.
That would never happen. Don't worry. Besides, isn't she married too? You went to her wedding, right?
Yep, she's married, so I know that there's no need to be jealous. Well, since you're a boss and she's an employee, I guess I'm stupid for worrying about it.
That's right. We really don't have much to do with each other, so don't worry.
Thanks, forget about what I said. She said you're hot the other day, so I was just wondering if there was something going on.
I see. Well, sure, she's cute, but we're just co-workers. We're both married, so there's absolutely no way something is going on between us. And I love you.
Right. She said you're so dedicated to your work that the boss always compliments you.
Well, that's true. I'm just trying my best to make you happy.
Thanks. Okay then, I'll get ready for your business trip.
Thank you. I'm going back to work.
Did you finish your work? I'll be waiting for you with your favorite food. Come back home soon.
Thank you. Hey, did you cook already?
Not yet. I just bought foods. Why?
I'm not sure if I can come home today.
Really? Are you that busy at work?
Yeah. I told you it would be for 2 nights, but I might not be able to finish by the end of the day. Maybe I'll have to stay for another night.
Oh.
I miss you, so I'll do my best to come home today. I know you're lonely by yourself, and you've prepared dinner for me.
Don't worry about me, it's work. I don't have any choice. Good luck with your work.
Thank you. I'll call you later. Sorry, I can't go home today.
I see. No choice. You'll be back tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll be home tomorrow. Just wait one more day. I'm really sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry about me. Then I'll make you food tomorrow. Hang in there for one more day.
Thanks. I can work harder since you're waiting for me.
By the way, I saw Megan posting a picture on her timeline earlier. It said she was traveling to Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, it seems like you guys happen to be in the same place.
What a coincidence. Is she traveling with her husband?
I don't know. It didn't say anything about who she was with or anything. It was just a picture. Maybe I'm overthinking, but you guys aren't together, are you?
Huh? No way. I'm by myself from the company on business trip. Woman can't come. Besides, I told you I'm only interested in you. There's no way I'm secretly traveling with other girl.
Right, I'm sorry that I suspect you.
That's okay, but it's such a coincidence.
I know, that's why I was a little worried.
I understand you. If it were the other way around, I'd be worried too. But I really didn't know she was in Chicago. Is she taking a day off to travel? I don't know about that either. We don't usually talk much or get involved.
Right. I'm sorry for saying this to you. I know you're working hard.
It's okay. Sabrina, you never used to be jealous. What's wrong with you lately? You used to be calm. Ever since she joined our company, something's weird with you.
I know. What's wrong with me? But don't you worry about it anymore. I'm not bothered anymore. You explained it to me properly.
Okay, you can talk to me anytime.
But you work hard and care about me. I have no complaints, and I don't have any right to say such thing.
But we shouldn't keep secrets between a couple, so I want to have a relationship where we can say whatever we feel.
Right, got it. Thank you. Well, good luck at work.
I know it's lonely being alone, but give me one more day. Thanks for such a great meal yesterday.
How many times do you thank me since yesterday?
It must take time to cook a meal like that. I came home from the business trip and I was really happy to see the food lined up on the table. I was about to burst into tears.
You're overreacting. I like to cook, and I made more for our anniversary than I did yesterday, so I'm used to it. It's nothing special.
I'm glad you're such a great cook.
I'm still learning, though. I still ask my mom to teach me how to cook when I go home.
You're still learning? You're great enough.
I'm not there yet. Megan is a better cook than me, and I have to learn from her too.
That's true.
Huh? Have you tried her food?
No. I've seen her bringing lunchbox, so I just thought she was good at it. I've never tried it, but it looked good.
I see. Then I'll have to make better lunchbox too. It's not just about the taste, it's also about how it looks.
It's already perfect.
Thanks for saying that. Oh, by the way, I'm having lunch with Megan today.
Oh, have fun.
Yep, thank you.
Then I'll have your homemade lunchbox.
I made your favorite orange chicken today, so you can work hard after lunch.
Yay, thank you. I'll do my best. Megan, you're going to lunch with Sabrina today, right? If she asks you anything, tell her you don't have anything with me. Also, I didn't mention it, but you posted the pictures of our trip on social media, didn't you? Sabrina noticed it, so be careful. I managed to make it up, but it's a little bit dangerous.
No way. Kevin, you were cheating on me?
No, this is a mistake. Please pick up the phone. Sabrina, you're misunderstanding. Let me explain.
What am I misunderstanding? That business trip was a lie?
No, she forced me to go.
So? Even if you were forced to go out, you chose to go out, so that's no excuse whatsoever.
I'm really sorry. I wasn't thinking seriously. I wasn't trying to have an affair.
I'd like to know how you can think traveling with another woman when you have a wife is not cheating. This is not your first time, is it? After all, she gave you homemade food, right?
Yes, but let me make an excuse.
What?
You told me I work hard every day, right?
Yes, I did. That's a fact.
There were times when I didn't get a day off, and there were many months when I had to work overtime, so you could at least allow me a trip or two.
Excuse me? You didn't go on just any trip, like the ones you go with your friends. It was an affair, and you lied about going on a business trip. That proves that you have something to hide.
I didn't go with that kind of intention. That's just the way you see it.
Everyone would see it the same way I do. That message you were supposed to send to Megan earlier is the proof. And I could immediately picture your face, desperate to hide things from me.
If you're gonna say like that, try working every day like I do. If you knew the stress I'm feeling, you'd understand why I need to take a break. You can at least forgive me for cheating on you for the 3rd year.
I was working until last year, and when I came home from work, I made dinner and cleaned the house. I didn't have time to relax.
That was last year. I'm complaining about the mental stress I'm feeling right now.
Well, you're the one who said I didn't have to work. It didn't bother me to work and do the housework at the same time, and I said I'd continue to work because I wanted to be with you.
I may have said that, but if that's the case, then you should have told me how you thought. I did tell you that you didn't have to work, but you quit your job as I said so.
Are you trying to one-up me? We talked about this topic every day for about a month. I have proof.
I've deleted the messages, so I don't have proof. I don't know anything about that.
What are you talking about? I have the evidence. You know what? We're getting divorced.
Divorce? Are you serious? That's a little too sudden.
Of course, you went on a trip to have an affair, and on top of that, you didn't admit it right away. You made it sound like I was making you overwork.
I'm sorry, my bad. I admit that I'm cheating on you, so please reconsider.
It's too late.
Actually, I didn't know she was your friend when she first came to work. I never thought you were her friend.
That's a lie too, anyway, right?
This is true, believe me.
I mean, if we weren't friends, would you have cheated on her more? You think I found it out because we happen to be friends?
No, not like that.
Whatever it is, it sucks, so whether or not I knew about Megan isn't an issue. Whoever it is, the fact that you were cheating on me is the problem. You're having an affair with other girls anyway, right? I don't trust anything you say anymore, so you shouldn't waste your time making excuses. By the way, Megan's husband is a lawyer. Aren't you in trouble?
A lawyer? I never heard anything about that, but I don't think he's found out yet.
You want me to tell him? I'm sorry for him, but things got worse over here. I can't forgive them that they are living happily while we're in such a bad situation.
They're going to find out anyway, so there's no need for you to tell him. There's no need to make things worse now.
I want to tell him. Besides, if I give you guys time, you'll delete the messages and photos and destroy the evidence, right? Well, I've taken screenshots for the evidence of what I already know.
Then I'll go apologize to her husband. That's enough, right?
How can I trust you? Then come with me, and then let's hear what he is going to ask you for the responsibility. It'll make the whole conversation go a lot faster. That's a good idea.
Responsibility?
Is there a problem?
How does he want me to take the responsibility? I'll send your living expenses every month from now on, so forgive me.
I can't believe this verbal agreement. I'll go through my lawyer to get divorced.
Are we really going to get divorced? I don't want to.
I don't want to be with someone who cheated on me once because you do it again. My parents were the same. I think you know, but my dad used to make my mom cry a lot. I saw that scene, and I've decided I'd never be the same. And yet, I can't believe I chose a man like you to marry. I'm disappointed in myself, but I'm even more disappointed in you.
I really won't do it again. I will definitely make you happy. From now on, I won't even make excuse that I'm tired of working.
You should do that to the next person you marry. I just texted Megan, so come home right now.
Wait, what did you tell her?
She said her husband's home right now, so I told her to wait for me at home. We're going to visit them, so hurry up.
I'm at work right now.
It's okay, I called the company. The boss said he'll let you go home now. Nice company.
Yeah, the boss just said I should go home now and fix with my family problem. Are we really going there?
You're the one who said it, to apologize in person. That wasn't a lie, right?
I did say that, but I'm going alone, so you don't have to come.
I know you'll lie and tell me that you went to apologize without actually visiting them. I'll go with you because I have to see you apologizing with my own eyes.
You don't have to go that far. We were a nice couple for 3 years. Sabrina, you weren't that kind of person. You were more kind, weren't you?
You made me this way. Then apologize sincerely to Megan's husband, and then let's get divorced.
I'm scared of you.
Really? You should be thankful I didn't ask you anything crazy. Then hurry up and come home.
Okay.
We both went to Megan's house and apologized deeply to her husband. We discussed, and we all decided to get divorced. I asked Kevin for the property division, and he had no choice. He was demoted from his position at the company. His salary was reduced, and his salary was not enough to pay the property division. Now, he works night shifts at 7-Eleven, and he is more exhausted than ever.
Hector, where are you? The date will change soon. I'm getting sleepy, so I'm going to bed.
Oh, Annabelle.
You're in a good mood, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm having a drink with my colleagues. I'll be home soon, so please leave the door unlocked.
Hey, remember what I said this morning? Tomorrow is the 3rd anniversary of my father's death, so I'm going to the memorial service. I have to get up early tomorrow morning. I can't bear it if you smell like alcohol. Are you sure you're okay drinking that much?
I'm fine. Just as usual. I'm a strong drinker. Besides, it's only the 2nd bar. It's not over yet.
Listen, Hector, I understand how you feel. It's totally fine to go out for drinks. But when you have important things to do the next day, like this time, I'd like you to hold off a little. It's part of the etiquette for the people around you. You're a grown-up man.
I know that, but my colleague said he wanted to go today, so I should accompany him. Don't you think so? It's my responsibility.
I understand, but I think you need to reschedule it this time. I've told you about my father's memorial service a month ago, haven't I? You knew about it in advance, so you should at least adjust the schedule of your drinking party.
I don't think you understand, Annabelle. I need to prioritize my colleague because it's important to socialize outside work. You can't just keep prioritizing your own schedule. Do you understand?
Well, yes, of course. I think it's very important to socialize with colleagues outside work. But this isn't a good timing for that. Please remember that tomorrow's memorial service was scheduled first. That's why I think it's normal to prioritize the memorial service.
Don't be so harsh. I didn't say that I won't go with you. I promise I'd be there tomorrow. What I do the day before isn't related to that. I'm not bothering you anyway.
That's true, but you remember that, don't you, Hector? It was my cousin's wedding 2 months ago. The day before the wedding, you went to a drinking party and came home late saying that I have nothing to worry about. Then, on the day of the wedding, you couldn't get up in the morning and we were almost late. You had to go to the bathroom during the ceremony because of hangover. People around us seemed to notice your alcoholic smell. I was so embarrassed, you know.
That was a long time ago. Don't hold on to it forever. It's already past, so don't complain about it now. After all, I made it to the wedding. You can't just blame me for everything.
Seems that you don't understand about what I was trying to say. When the bride and groom came to greet the guests, you weren't there. My cousin asked me where you were, and I didn't know what to say. For your information, it was totally embarrassing. I don't want that to happen again tomorrow, so please do me a favor by coming back home early today.
You're being so persistent, aren't you? We're having a good time here. Can you please stop interrupting me? I'm having fun. It's still past midnight anyway. I'm going to visit another bar, which is the last one, and then I'll go home. If I go to the right place tomorrow, you won't complain, right?
The last one, huh? If you do that, I know you'll be home at around 2 in the morning. Besides, you won't be able to catch the last train if you don't rush your way to the nearest train station now. How are you going to come back home? I can't pick you up.
I'll make it in time. I'll just have a quick drink and go home right away. Don't worry about that. I'll catch the last train. Leave it to me. I'm not a drunken teenager who can't even think rationally. You should trust me.
It's not like that, but I understand. Are you taking your medicine today? I don't want you to end up with a hangover again.
Oops, I forgot. I remembered before I went out for a drink. It's been too long since I've had a drink, so I was too excited that I forgot to take my medicine.
No way. You just went for a drink 3 days ago. You go out for a drink quite often. I guess you could have come home early today.
Jeez, I didn't know that you're so persistent. I was looking forward to going out for drinks today. You should think about my situation too. I told you that I'll be home in time by catching the last train today, and I'll go to the memorial service tomorrow with you. That's enough. You're my wife. Don't get in the way when I'm having fun.
Okay then. You're right. I shouldn't bother you. I'm sorry. I got a little too upset. I'll leave the front door unlocked. Be careful when you get home. Sorry to bother you again. I just finished taking a bath, so I'm really going to bed. You'll be home soon, right? Is it okay if I go to bed first?
Oh, sorry. I missed the last train.
Seriously? What are you going to do?
I promised you that I'll catch the last train, so I tried to rush to the nearest train station, but I just couldn't make it in time. I must be too old that I couldn't run fast to catch the last train.
No, that's not what I meant. You're too optimistic. What are you going to do tomorrow if you miss the last train? I told you, we have to leave at 8 a.m. to catch the train tomorrow.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll think about the solution. I'll make sure to be there on time. I mean, do we have to leave so early? I wanted to relax a little more.
My mom said that we could come and stay the day before. We talked about it, and yet it was you who said that we should just catch the train in the morning, remember? Besides, I told you in advance. If you left the party early and went to bed straight away, it wouldn't be a problem. I don't care if it's a weekly thing. It's just for tomorrow, so you should have rescheduled the drinking party.
You don't understand, Annabelle. I don't have the concept of leaving a drinking party early. No matter how many plans I have for the next day or how little sleep I get, I always make it a policy to enjoy drinking parties to the fullest. You know that better than anyone else, don't you?
That's not the point. I wouldn't have said so much if the next day's errands were only for you. But it's for both of us. I know I've been saying this over and over again. But you are an adult, Hector. That's why you should behave like one.
I'm sorry I missed the last train. I'll be home on time tomorrow. Don't be so uptight. But are you sure you don't need to go to bed right away? You're always worried about me, but you maybe oversleep too.
You're right. I have to get up early tomorrow, so I'm going to bed now.
Got it. I'm staying at my colleague's house, so I'll just have one more drink and then go to bed. Don't worry about it.
Well, do whatever you want. Good night.
Make sure you don't oversleep in tomorrow, okay?
Hector, are you awake? It's already 7 a.m.
Sorry, I just woke up. I'm leaving in a hurry.
See? I told you. That's enough. What time do you think it is now?
Let's see. Huh? It's already 9:30.
Yes, it's 9:30, and I'm already at my parents' house, and the memorial service will start in half an hour. Even if you come now, you won't make it on time anyway.
Really? I set my alarm and woke up at 6:30. I swear. But I fell asleep again.
Enough already. I don't want to hear your excuses. If you're sure you have to get up, you should be able to get up. If you couldn't wake up, you should have taken the last train home. I know you don't want to do that. You don't have to come here anymore. I don't even want you to come.
Hey, calm down. Why are you so angry? It's your father's memorial service. He's not my dad. I don't need to be there, do I? You should be glad that you made it on time.
Are you seriously saying that? I'm really stunned. I'm glad I've made up my mind.
Made up your mind? What are you talking about?
I'm breaking up with you. I'll tell everyone at the family gathering today.
What? Why would you do that? What's going on all of a sudden? If you're joking, it's not funny at all.
Joking? There's no way I would joke about something like this. I warned you so many times yesterday, and it was you who ruined everything. I trusted you.
Wait a minute. It was my fault. I'm sorry. I have no intention of getting a divorce at all. Please, forgive me.
I've already told my mother beforehand. I'll call your parents tonight after the memorial service. I'll go get your stuff too.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? I really woke up once, but I had a headache. When I realized, I fell asleep again. It can't be helped. I'm so sorry, Annabelle.
You know what? I warned you yesterday, didn't I? I didn't want you to end up with hangover like what happened during my cousin's wedding. I was very insistent about what I said, but you just refused to listen to me.
Well, that's true, but...
You didn't take it seriously. You said you were fine, and then you missed the last train, and then you couldn't get up. It's just not normal. You're not behaving properly as an adult.
I was planning to get up on time. Please forgive me.
Even if you had intended to get up, you didn't actually get up. No matter how many excuses you give me, I'm not going to change my mind. If you are having a headache and tired, just go back to sleep for the rest of your life. Well then, bye. I contacted Hector's parents and told them what happened. He's just too childish to become a husband. I didn't get any compensation because he didn't cheat on me. Hector finally realized that he was wrong, and we were able to get a divorce without any trouble. He had never done any housework, and since the divorce, he has been almost completely insulated from his parents and cannot rely on them. He must be having a hard time on his own. I think he deserves it. I'm now living a meaningful life at home with my mother. Hey, I need you to lend me some money. It's $20,000 in total. Please, you're the only one I can count on. Maggie, are you all right? What's going on? You and my son work together, right? I heard that both of you make a lot of money. I know that you have a huge amount of money in your savings account. I don't understand what you're talking about. What's wrong with you? Please explain it clearly. You're such a stupid wife that you can't even understand what I'm saying. Why don't you use your brain to think about it? With that amount of money you have, you could live for a month. That's right. Not just a month, but enough to live for a while. Anyway, I still don't understand. What do you need the money for? I got divorced yesterday. What? I didn't hear anything about it. Of course. That's because I didn't tell you. I can't believe it. Why? He was cheating on me. He betrayed me. I don't think we can be together anymore. Your husband betrayed you? I think you must be mistaken. You should check with him again. Are you taking his side? That's terrible. No, I'm just surprised because you were suddenly divorcing your husband. That's why I need money to live on my own. I'm not working, so I have no income, but I'm in trouble. But $20,000 is a lot of money. We can't afford it. Huh? You are both working and you don't even have savings with that amount? Unbelievable. What's the point of working? Oh, I know. You must be wasting your money by living a luxury life. I'm not wasting money. Please don't be rude to me. Besides, I have to pay the rent. Do you think I have enough money for that? Geez, well, I don't know what I can do to help you. You know what? I couldn't get a loan because I don't have a job, so I wrote down my son's name as a guarantor. Are you kidding me? I need to talk about that with Albert. You can't just decide that on your own. Is that really necessary? I'm in a lot of trouble. I think it's obvious to help a family member. It's not that simple. Asking to become a guarantor is a serious matter, no matter if you are a family member or not. You understand that, don't you? Albert is my son. It's only natural that you help your parents. I thought you understand about that. That's true, but it's a serious matter. We need to discuss it first. Our family's business is none of your business. I can't believe it. What kind of education did your parents give you? I'm married to your son, so I'm a member of this family too. How my parents educate me has nothing to do with this. From the moment we met, I knew that you were spoiled by your parents. You're such a bad and naive daughter. I was right about that. How rude of you. I don't care what you think about me. Please don't say bad things about my parents. I really should have stopped Albert from getting married to you. I didn't want him to marry you. Your parents didn't educate you well enough. I beg your pardon? What did you just say? Listen to me. I've always hated you. You took my precious son away from me, and now you're acting like you don't care at all. What? Of course not. I care about you and your son. I know that you're pretty and everyone pays more attention to you. You deceived Albert, didn't you? I don't know why he was deceived by a stupid woman like you. I didn't deceive him. You're a liar. I really hate you. I've never thought of you as my daughter. Oh my God. Maggie, why do you say such terrible things? Stop talking nonsense. Just lend me the $20,000 right away. It's for the sake of your parents. Do you understand? Did you talk to Albert? I've already signed the contract. I'm in trouble. Hey, say something.
My dad told me about that. Will you explain the details to me, Mom?
Albert? I thought I was talking to your wife.
No, it's me, your son. I don't know what's going on, so I asked my wife to let me talk to you directly. I heard that you got divorced from Dad.
Did you ask your dad about that? Yes, it's true. It was a big problem to me that I feel as if I were about to break down into pieces.
Really? Are you telling me that you're making excuses since the main cause of the reason was your affair?
What?
You cheated on Dad. I know that. Don't you dare to fool me. Why are you lying to me?
I'm not. You shouldn't talk to your own mother like that.
You cheated on Dad, and when he confronted you, you got upset. That's crazy.
Did your father say that?
Yes, he did. He was appalled. He said he was just trying to rebuild the relationship. Mom, you have no idea how Dad feels.
Because he kept complaining about the affair.
What do you mean? He said he's not going to help you anymore. That's obvious anyway. If I were my dad, I'd do the same. Do you realize what you've done to him?
What the heck? We're all here for each other. Why are you complaining like that?
It's more than a complaint. I heard that you put my name as your guarantor. That's a crime. Do you understand, Mom?
What? I mean, it's natural for children to take care of their parents, right?
Are you serious? I don't think you're supposed to say that.
Albert, you're my son, and you're supposed to take care of me. I'm in trouble, so you should help me since I'm your mother.
I don't care if you're my mother or not. I would never do that. Don't make assumptions without even asking. Look elsewhere and search for another guarantor.
Huh? What are you talking about at this point in time? I'm your mother. You must help me.
I'd feel sorry for my wife if I had to take care of such a sloppy mother like you. I'm ashamed of myself.
You're just like her. Why are you always so uptight? Why can't you be more flexible?
It's not about being uptight or not. It's just a matter of common sense. I can't believe this is really happening.
It can't be helped. I've already signed the contract. I don't have a choice. You have to pay for that. Think of it as helping me out and do something about it.
Oh, don't worry about it. I've already canceled the contract. That's why I don't have to pay.
You canceled the contract? Have you lost your mind, Albert? You can't do that.
Of course I can. You were using my name without my permission. You don't have my consent, so the contract is invalid.
Well then, what about my place to live? What about my future?
I don't know. You still wanted a divorce, didn't you?
I have no choice than to live together with you then. That's the best solution.
What are you talking about? There's no way I'd let you live at my place. I can't live with someone who doesn't have common sense.
That's the only way to solve this problem.
Have you forgotten the terrible things you said to my precious wife?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, I think it's just a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? Don't be silly. I've got solid evidence. Or are you too old to even remember yesterday's record?
Don't be too rude to me, Albert. I remember everything.
Yeah, you do remember. I never thought of you as a parent.
Oh no! Your wife made you say that, didn't she? Is that so? She wasn't a good wife at all. I told you not to get married to her.
That again. I've had enough. Anyway, can you just stay out of our lives from now on?
No! Wait a minute! What about me? Are you going to abandon your mother?
I'm not abandoning you. You're the one who caused all of this. You need to take your responsibility as a grown-up woman.
I can't believe it! Will I be able to see you again, Albert? Let me talk to your wife. I want to apologize.
What's wrong with you? I don't want you to do that. I feel sorry for my wife. I told you not to get involved anymore. Oh yeah, I'll tell you something good.
What is it? I'll do anything if you'll forgive me.
No, I won't forgive you, but you know what unemployment benefit is? I think you need it the most right now. Why don't you talk to the council office? They'll give you some friendly advice.
Hey, I'm sorry. I really am. I didn't think you'd be that mad at me.
Money talks. If this is how it's going to be now, it's going to be even worse in the future. For the sake of my wife's happiness, I'll cut ties with you once and for all.
Hold on a sec, Albert.
Well then, take care, Mom. Goodbye.
I don't really care about my mother-in-law, but I'm a bit curious. So I asked Albert about what happened to her after that, but he wouldn't tell me. I heard through the rumors that she has managed to live with her elderly parents. Since she is such a person with no common sense, she has not been able to keep a part-time job and seems to have been moving from job to job. I wonder what she's going to do with her elderly parents. Well, it's no longer my concern anymore. As for us, we have been blessed with our long-awaited first child and are now living peacefully together as a family. We have no intention of letting the child see her grandmother, at least not at this time.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!